Wasn't expecting to make another video today, but got some updates on the lawsuit and on the head coaching search. So let's jump into this. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, there's some more updates on the lawsuit from Brian Flores to the Miami Dolphins. That's the only one that really matters to me anyway. He is, again, suing the NFL, the Denver Broncos, and the New York Giants. But with the Dolphins, I have some updates on that. And then I have update on head coaching search. And one team is off the board. Another team is off the board. So we'll talk about that. But first, let's get into the lawsuit. So Chris Mortensen comes out and says the NFL will investigate the specific allegation that Brian Flores has made concerning Dolphins owner Stephen Ross offering him $100,000 per loss incentive in 2019 to gain a better draft position, a league source said. Other potential rules violations also will be investigated, and that is very big. A lot of people say, who cares? I've read people say, who cares? Stephen Ross is just trying to help us win, and help. If we would have gotten Joe Burrow, would have really mattered, all that stuff. Essentially, this is racketeering. And if the lawsuit goes, as far as it might, Stephen Ross potentially could serve jail time. Because I think it was in 2017, he is involved in a gambling site or a gambling whatever. So the fact that he is paying his head coach $100,000, and Brian Flores didn't agree to it, but the fact that he is saying that I will pay you $100,000 to lose games, and he has this gambling stuff that he's part owner or whatever of, it's illegal. And then there's also the Tom Brady stuff. Now, it came out that the quarterback that he was trying to meet with, the tampering, was Tom Brady. And the reason why Brian Flores left was because he respected Tom Brady and yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. That's tampering. And some of you guys say, well, it's a free agent. Does it matter? Yes, because you can't talk to the free agents. There's the 2-day tampering period that starts Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 3-day tampering period. Then that Tuesday is the start of the season. You can't talk to free agents before that, regardless if they're not with the team or whatever. You can't do it. And if they're not with the team and they were cut, not waived, then you can. But Tom Brady, his contract just expired. So you couldn't talk to him. It was tampering. Plain simple. So there's that. And then Cameron Wolf came out and said, as I mentioned at the end of the video that he talks about it, I spoke with a witness who said he heard Stephen Ross offer Brian Flores $100,000 for every 2019 loss. Flores' team says they have corroborating evidence, including messages from Chris Grier. If proven, integrity of the game in question, Dolphins deny the allegation. So it's getting pretty fishy, and it's getting pretty bad for the Stephen Ross side of things, because now, Cameron Wolf said that there's somebody that also said, yeah, I heard Stephen Ross say that to Flores. And then, people say there's evidence of messages from Chris Grier, who's been very hush-hush about this whole thing. And what is Chris Grier saying about all of this? So the NFL is investigating it, and now there's supposed evidence, corroborating evidence from not only people who've heard him say it, but messages from Chris Grier. It don't look good, boys. I don't know if Stephen Ross is just going to get in trouble. I don't know, because there's the whole thing with the Chiefs where they were doing it. They were dealt with tampering, and I think they gave up 2 draft picks, and Andy Reid was fined a certain amount of money and stuff. So we'll see what happens. NFL's investigating, and like I said, if more information comes out, I will give you a heads up on all of that stuff. Now let's talk about something that is good about the Miami Dolphins, and that is a potential head coach. Jim Harbaugh is off the board. Adam Schefter came out and said Jim Harbaugh called Michigan to inform the school that despite interviewing with the Vikings today, he will be returning to the school for the 2022 season. Sources tell ESPN Michigan was, in the words of one source, elated to get Harbaugh's decision. So I guess he met with Minnesota, didn't like it or didn't like what they had to say, and he decided to go back to Michigan. And then Minnesota ends up hiring the Rams offensive coordinator, I think it was. So that's another team off the board with head coaching vacancies. So the only teams that are left are the Dolphins, the Texans, the Jaguars, and the Saints. Those are the only 4 teams. And the Texans and the Saints interviewed Brian Flores, so we'll see how that all pans out. But there's 4 teams left. I wouldn't be surprised if Byron Leftwich went to the Jaguars, essentially leaving 3 teams left. And with this whole situation going on, a lot of people are asking, well, why would they want to go to Miami? And Mike McDaniels is set to interview with the Miami Dolphins Friday. And hopefully we can lock him down, because other than that, seems like Kalen Moore is going back to Dallas to be their offensive coordinator from what I'm hearing. And then besides Mike McDaniel, there's no one else that has interviewed or has been linked to the Miami Dolphins as a potential candidate. Could one pop up? Hopefully. But it seems like come Friday, if the Dolphins don't sign Mike McDaniel, or if Mike McDaniel backs out and says, I'm good, I'll go back to San Francisco for another year as their offensive coordinator, I don't know who the Dolphins will go for. I had names when this all started that I would like the Dolphins to be interested in. Doug Peterson. I would really like for the Dolphins to at least give him a call, try to bring him in for an interview. But, a lot of you guys are saying on Twitter, again, go follow me on Twitter. I broke all this stuff a couple hours ago on Twitter, and now I get the chance to sit down and make the video. So if you want stuff quicker from me, you got to follow me on Twitter. But a lot of you guys are saying, like, why would they want to go there? You ain't wrong. You might lose draft picks. You might lose some stuff. You don't know if players are going to want to come and play for you, if their owner is okay with paying to lose. It's a real fishy situation, so I don't know. But like I said, Mike McDaniel coming on Friday. From what I'm hearing from Mike McDaniel, he's incredibly smart. All the players that he's played with, from Washington to the 49ers, love him, think they will run through a wall for him, and that's what you want for a head coach. And I'm hearing, like I said, he's incredibly smart on the offensive side, incredibly smart with the schemes. He does have connections, so he hopefully can build the staff. I don't believe the whole thing about, and I'm not saying because I don't want it to happen, but I don't believe the whole thing about, he can make Tua. He said he can work with Tua, he can win with Tua, yada yada. I don't believe anything. Because, again, Jim Harbaugh apparently was supposed to be a Miami Dolphin head coach by now. Bet on it. Remember that tweet? Bet on it. It didn't happen at all. So these sources are always funny to me. But that's the update I got for you when it comes to the lawsuit and the head coaching search. Essentially, the only one I know of right now is Mike McDaniel on Friday. So if the Dolphins don't sign Mike McDaniel on Friday, I don't know what's next. I have no idea. And then you have the Senior Bowl after that. So it's like, it's going to be another little hush-hush period where it's just, it went from being like, exciting. There's potential of Jim Harbaugh. There's a potential of Mike McDaniel. We have all this cap space. We have all these draft picks. It's a hot commodity, yada, yada. To now it's like, it's a crap show. It's a complete and utter crap show, and hopefully, at this point, it's like, if it comes out true, and if all of the stuff that Cameron Wolf says, that they have proof of him offering that stuff, Stephen Ross, you have to sell the team at that point. You can't stay with the team, and you can't stay as an owner if you are suggesting to pay to lose. You just can't. So he had, in my mind, there's no other way. You have to sell the team. You have the Denver Broncos selling their team. It's like, you just have to. So it's going to be interesting how this all pans out. Things are coming out little by little with the lawsuit. And the more I learn, the more I know, the more I'll tell you. So you might get these types of videos where they're not long, about 10, 11 minutes. But it's more just me updating you. And I do these videos for the people who don't have a Twitter, for people who don't want to go towards the Twitter route, because Twitter can be very toxic. For those people. Because if you follow me on Twitter, you already know all the stuff I'm saying right now, because I've tweeted it out, gave you my thoughts and my opinions on it, even though I get a certain amount of characters and I can't really give much. But other than that, I will talk to you in the next video. If more news breaks and all that stuff, you know you'll get it from me. And again, I have so much videos planned. It's just we need the head coach so I can go forward with it. I'm like being held back by this head coaching process and now the lawsuit and everything. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I'll see you in the next one. Like usual, stay classy. And fins up.